Hello, my loves. Today, I just want to talk to you about relationships and emotional independence. When we were born into this world, we were emotionally dependent on our parents. As children, when we cried, we wanted something. And when we received it, we knew that every time we cried, then we can receive it again. But as we grew up and became young adults into adulthood, then we realize that that also works with our partner when we are in relationships and we need something, then we cry about it in our own way and we receive what it is that we need. And that means that we have to seek something outside of ourselves to receive emotional fulfillment. But then as we realize that sometimes our partners kind of use that against us to receive what they want as well. So then you are emotionally dependent on someone who is also emotionally dependent on you. In relationships, we learn a lot about ourselves. And sometimes we end up in relationships longer than we should because there's that emotional needy fulfillment that we are seeking continuously because we don't know how to do that by ourselves. We don't know how to make ourselves feel loved and accepted and approved because we have always sought approval as children. When you ran track because your friend ran track. Or when you play basketball, same thing. Someone else played basketball that made you feel like you could do good. And sometimes your parents told you that, oh, yeah, I used to play basketball. Maybe you should play basketball. And so you doing things that you feel like you have to do, that you are obligated to do, just so you can get that acceptance and approval when really it's not what you really wanted to do. And in relationships, it's the same thing. You do things because you want the other person to accept you and approve of what you are doing. It's just a way of fulfilling your needs on the inside, making you feel like you did something good. And even in our jobs, we do good because we want that approval. And sometimes we wake up and that's the only approval that we get is from our jobs. So in relationships, let's look at relationships like this. Every relationship that you experience, don't look at it as something that you need for fulfillment. Look at it as a way of growing. What is it that you need to learn from the relationship that you are in? And if you look at it that way, then maybe you will not be so dependent and attached to that person. And spend time by yourself. When you spend time by yourself, you learn how to become your own best friend, how to meet your own needs. You don't always need to be in a relationship. You don't always need a friend. You don't always need somebody going with you to the store, going with you to the bathroom, going with you through life. And I'm not saying that you don't need somebody to confide in every once in a while, but when you know that you are attached to people, that's when you need to back away and have some self-awareness and ask yourself, like, can I do this by myself? Can I be by myself? And learn how to be by yourself. Sit with yourself. Talk to yourself. Self-therapy is sometimes the best therapy that you can ever have. Give yourself pep talks. Look in the mirror. Talk to yourself and be positive. And do your I am affirmations. Because it works when you can lift yourself up. You're not really dependent on someone else to do it. So, emotional independence is taking responsibility for your own emotions. A lot of us are so resilient. We have been through so much, and we still feel like we need people. We really don't need people. The only time we want to have someone in our lives is when we are going through something and we need someone else to make us feel better. And that puts a lot of pressure on the other person. So let's take responsibility for our own emotions and our own happiness. Because even if you did become a millionaire today, how long do you think you will be happy? Because it's not about the vacation, it's not about the material things, it's not about none of that. At the end of it all, it's all about how you feel on the inside. And if you have to do something just to feel something on the inside, then that's when you know you need to step back and talk to yourself like, hey, do I really need all this stuff? Can I be happy? Can I have eternal happiness, joy, and peace without all this stuff and people? You can. But spend time by yourself. Become your own best friend. I did it. I have been through this. That's how I'm able to get on here and talk about it, because I've been through it. I didn't want to be by myself either. I was in a relationship for 27 years. I was connected to somebody. I didn't see myself without that person because I was codependent and I was trauma bonded and attached to them because I wanted to feel fulfilled on the inside. And I thought that that person was put in my life to do that. And I learned the hard way that no, I'm responsible for my own happiness. But it takes healing, time, self-awareness, and patience to get there. So step back, look at your life, and look at how many people came into your life. What did you learn from those relationships? And how can you move forward and do better? All right, my loves, I just wanted to chat with you about that. But make it a great day.